Hi. Okay, so that was really nerdy. I'm sorry you had to see that. Um, Life update. I'm still alive. Most of you know that I've been living in Calgary for the last 2 years, working for Mercy Mandate, which has been super cool. I'm going through some life changes right now, which is why I figured I'd just do an update. Because listen, I have like 17 half finished blogs, and that's all I got. So, but I figured I would do a video update because writing is obviously not happening for me right now, no matter how much I'm trying. Not that I'm trying very hard, but you know. Basically, you might have heard some rumors seeping around. That's a really gross word. I'm never going to use it again. I'm sorry. Um, anyway, the facts are I am moving to Toronto again. Yay! Which basically that's the life update, and you can like sign off now if that's all you wanted to know. But let me tell you my story of how we got here. If you want to hear it, because I'm assuming everyone wants to know what I'm doing with my life because it's crazy exciting. At least what I tell myself every day. Some of you might have read my post a couple months ago about how 2018 was like a really tough year for me emotionally. And I just wanted to clarify that yes, it was tough, but I wouldn't change any of those experiences for the world because even though it was really tough in the moment, all of that together kind of brought me to where I am now, and I wouldn't change any of it. Sometimes life's not always sunshine and rainbows, and that's okay. Basically, it all comes down to I have spent 2 years unbecoming what I thought that I was. I don't know if that makes sense. Um, and sort of relearning who I actually am, not who I think that I should be, which are two very different people. I mean, they're the same person, but they want different things from life. So here's me doing what I actually want to do with my life. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know where I'm going to be in a year. But basically, I'm going to a dance school in Toronto because I want to. And that's as deep and philosophical as it gets. Beginning of last year, in January 2018, I took my first ever ballet lesson. Yay! And I basically did this because I had not a very much of a social life here. So I was like, I need to get out. I need to do something. But like, this girl doesn't do so well in crowds. So I was like, what can I do where I don't actually have to interact with people to not feel awkward, but I can if I want to, you know? And I was like, well, I could take dance lessons for adults. It's something I've always been interested in, and like you never know until you try, right? And my word for 2018 was take risks, and let me tell you, I took a lot of risks. And this was one of them. So fun story. My first ballet lesson, I I got a speeding ticket in a school zone that I drove through pretty much every day at the time, but I just forgot that it was there because I was so stinking nervous. Anywho, I went to this lesson and I really enjoyed it. So I went again next week and I loved it. And I went again the next week and I freaking loved it. So I was like, I'm gonna keep doing this because I like it and it's good for my body. So good. Um, and then in the summer is when like the real emotional trials of 2018 started happening for me. Um, And I was like, I don't know what I'm doing with my life. I have to do something so that I'm not like spending so much time in my head because there's like too many things happening in my head. And I was like, I just save me. So I started just like thinking about, well, like, what else could I do? And so I started just doing some research. Like, you know what? I really love dancing. And so what if I could actually do more with it than just one lesson a week. So I Googled some places. I found this place in Toronto that did lessons for beginners, and it was affordable-ish and really flexible. And I was like, this is possible. Like I could do it. It's not complete, whatever. Anyway, so I sort of was thinking about it for a while. I didn't tell anyone because I was like, this is weird and I'm too old for this. I probably can't even do it anyway. Whatever. Scary, But then I told someone what was up, and it was actually met with enthusiasm and encouragement. And I was like, you don't think I'm insane? Like a little bit? And they didn't think I was insane. So I was like, okay. I mean, if I don't do this now, like, eventually I really will be too old for this. So I was like, I'm just gonna apply and see what happens. So I had an over the phone interview with this lovely lady, and she said, we could take your money, but it would be probably better if you had more experience so that you could get more out of the school. Otherwise, you'll just feel like a fish out of water. And I was like, I know she's not wrong. But on that phone call, I realized, wow, I really want this and I'm not okay being told no. And after she hung up, I cried. I was like, wow. This is like, I can't remember a time in my life when I've been so like not okay being told no. Because I've always been sort of a go with the flow. If it doesn't work out, it just wasn't meant to be. It's okay. Everything's fine. And I was not fine with it maybe not working out. And I was like, what is this? This is new for me. But anyway, so the story is, I'm already telling you the story. We're in the middle of the story. This is, I'm not very good at this. Anywho, after basically being told no, but not really, I was like, well, I've got two options. I can either just like give it up or I can find more lessons, And so I looked online for places to do more lessons that I could afford. And I started taking private lessons, all the good stuff. And the more I do it, the more I love it, and the more that I just know that I want to do this. And if in 2 years I'm not doing this anymore, that's okay. I just really feel like I need to do this, and it feels like the right thing. I feel a lot of peace about it, and I'm really excited about it, actually. I've already found a place to live in Toronto. I just need to find a job. Everybody else is probably less surprised about it than I am, because I kind of felt like I'd be here in Calgary for the next 5-10 years. Maybe I'll come back. I don't know. I'm very open to that. Very open to anything at this point. But yeah, this is not where I thought my life would go, but I'm really excited about it. So that's my life. In case you wanted to know, I'm assuming you do, because what's life without me, really? And this is me trying to end this, but I don't know how to. So, bye.